people have this fanaticism of living on income, and they associate this with stop working. I think that this will be less and less common because if you love your work and if you stop working on that job or project, you will be depressed. If you think about the fiction of just stop working, it's a big problem because your job is where your income will come from that will help you to grow by investing. So maybe it's not about to stop working. It's about being able to stop in certain moments of your life and being able to do only what you love. Having the option to stop working, not the obligation. While you don't achieve financial freedom, you will never know if you actually like the job that you do or if you are a slave of your routine. There are many people saying that they love what they do, but that person is obliged to keep working. If she could press the "f it" button, maybe that person could really say that they love their work. But while it doesn't have the button, maybe that's just a lie that he tells to himself. Leave in the comments down below what you think about this. Do you really love what you do? Imagine this. You have to work to generate extra income because, after all, accounts mainly at the beginning of journey. As an investor, the contributions are much more important than the profitability. If a guy starts to invest now, and it will open the way with $1,000 per month, as much as he can take high profitability, for example, maybe even higher than Warren Buffett. Even so, it's a big, great return on little money. And that amount of money just doesn't make that much difference. On the other hand, if he can only keep up with the market, for example, he takes one portfolio assembled by good managers, buys NFT or buys stocks. He goes putting more money, he tends to have an accumulation of greater equity, even if its profitability is less than from that guy who is dedicating a lot of time to the market. So, an important reflection. What is the most important portion of the interest formula compounds? Contribution is more important than profitability, especially in the beginning. But in a general way, the most important thing is time. Because the compound interest formula is the capital invested, elevated to time. It's the only portion that is an elevation of the formula. So you have to put in your mind that the most important thing is time. The earlier, the better. So, an extra income will only make sense until a certain point in your life. In businesses, you should only have plan A, or you'll never build a big business and actually make tons of money. Because it's no use generating extra income. It's not the money that you invested today that will make you rich there in front. Extra income makes sense if you invest in something that can scale your business and your gains. Because those $200 or $300 more per month won't make you rich there in front. That doesn't make sense, only in the paper. You can make an extra rent of anything anywhere. Just change your mindset to, I want to make money, and simply the things will happen. It's like the attraction law. When you discovered investments, you started to see investments everywhere. Despite they already existed, you weren't focusing on it. And extra rent is the same thing. Let's picture this guy, Mark. Mark is now a bartender. He makes $50 on extra income working per night. He is like Tom Cruise throwing the bottles everywhere, and he finds it very fun. Mark works 3 times per week, making $600 per month on extra income. But now, let's picture John. John decided to create a digital service. That service is making him learn in the process until he can transform that knowledge into much more money for him in the future. So, Mark was making $600 on extra rent per month. But on the other hand, John decided to create his own business, and in the future, he will have a scaled business. Mark is waking up late 3 times per week. He makes $600 per month. John wakes up early and makes less money than Mark. But his knowledge is increasing, and he is now playing the game of equity in his business. So, an extra income is good in the beginning, but you would want to switch to an income that can be scalable. If you don't know what equity is, I'm going to leave a video where I teach you what is equity and how to use it in your business. Make sure that you check it out. It's crucial for your business that you apply it. If you think this video added value to your life, please make sure that you give that gold like button. Goodbye.